What do you assume about your life? Do you assume you're going to be successful? Do you assume you're going to be wealthy? Do you assume you're going to make an impact and you're going to influence? Do you assume that you're attractive and you're a self-controlled man? Or do you assume that you're going to be broke? Do you assume that you're going to have problems? Do you assume that life is going to be tough? You see, you become whatever you assume you are. And in this video, I'm going to show you how semen retention will make you a successful man, because naturally by practicing semen retention, you assume you're going to grow and expand. Let's get into it. Hi, my name is Nakula and I help men master their sexual energy so that you can 10 times your impact, your influence, and your income in this world. Go to the links in the description below. Make sure you take the free sex transmutation guide so you learn this art of sex transmutation and you will assume the best in your life. Now, why do I say that? You see, when you practice semen retention, you're cultivating lots of energy in your body. And this world is a world of energy. It's a world of vibration. As you cultivate more and more energy through the practices of semen retention and sex transmutation, then more and more of your energy is expanding, your aura is expanding, your mindset's expanding, your consciousness, your awareness is expanding. And because you are an expanding being, you then assume everything around you is also expanding. You see, unconsciously, most people walk around with the assumption that life is hard, that who they were yesterday is who they're going to be tomorrow. Most people look at their past to determine their future. They look at their family, they look at their culture, they look at their surroundings, and they just assume unconsciously that that's what's going to be their life. Well, my family's been addicted, so I'm going to be addicted. I come from a broke family, so I'm going to be broke. I've been struggling my whole life to get my weight under control. I'm going to struggle the rest of my life to get my weight under control. But that's not true, because your body, your actions follows your mind. So if you learn the process of transforming your mind, which is what I teach men to do through the process of sexual alchemy. See, sexual alchemy is so much more than just retaining your semen and giving up pornography or getting control of your sexual energy. Your sexual energy and your psychology are highly interlinked. A man who's powerful in the bedroom, a man who's got his sexual energy under control, who's focused, who's determined, he's an expanding man. He's a high value man. He's going to expand himself and he's going to assume his life is going to expand. You see, the majority's depleting their energy. They're watching porn every day. They're smoking weed every day. They're drinking alcohol every day. They're lazy. They're entitled. Don't be like them. Don't be like the masses. The masses aren't making an impact. They're not going to leave a legacy. They're going to be born. They're going to live a half shitty life. And then they're going to die. And very few people are going to remember them or even know that they existed. If you want to be like the few who make an impact, who change the game, who live an exciting life, who have opportunities flowing to them in abundance, income. When I say I'm going to help you 10 times your income, yes, I'm speaking about money, but I'm speaking about an incoming of opportunity, an incoming of attraction. Attraction could be women, attraction could be money, attraction can be opportunities and friends, status, and attracting the divine into your life, attracting consciousness. You're a container, and semen retention helps you expand your capacity to contain more energy, more vibration. And the more energy you have, you assume the more you can do. The less energy you have, the less you assume you can do. So the law of assumption works very simply. As you assume, you feel. As you feel, you act and attract. So therefore, you have to assume the best about your life. And you need to let the past be the past. How do you do this? Well, as you practice semen retention and sexual alchemy and your energy expands, you're going to feel expansive and therefore you're going to act in an expansive way. And naturally, what's going to happen is you're no longer going to relate to yourself as how you used to relate to yourself in the past. You ever had, maybe you've changed, maybe you've been on the personal development journey, the sexual mastery journey for a number of years. And then you meet someone from years ago. Maybe they haven't seen you in 6 months. Maybe they haven't seen you in a year. And they begin to talk to you and relate to you like how they used to. You know, maybe your parents do this. Maybe you're a grown-ass man, but your parents still treat you like you're a kid because in their head, that's the way they see you. And you think to yourself, I'm not that guy anymore. Why are you talking to me like that? Or why are you talking to me about this stuff that we used to talk to about, 5 years ago or a year ago? I don't talk about that stuff no more. I don't even care anymore. I'm into new things. I've expanded. I've grown. The reason that people do that is because they assume that you are the same way. That's fine. That's on them. You don't have to get mad at them. You don't have to get triggered by them. In fact, if you get mad or triggered by them, you haven't really grown. You still somewhat don't like who you used to be and are relating to that person. You still want to see me for who I am today. The only person who should see you for who you are today is you. So as you begin to expand and shift your mind, as you begin to assume new things about yourself, you're going to recognize that people in your life will relate to you in an old way. That's the law of assumption at work. What you need to do is you need to stop them and just politely say, hey, you know what? I appreciate the conversation. However, I no longer talk about those things, or I'm not that person. Stop relating to me in the way that I used to be. I'm no longer that man. I'm a different man. I'm a responsible man now. See, as you assume that you're getting better, you get better. What then begins to happen is that you stop looking at the past to determine your future, which is what most people are doing. And as you stop looking at your past, your mind becomes empty because your mind goes, well, if we're not looking at the past, what are we looking at? Well, we start to look into the future, and the future lives in infinite possibility, meaning your future, your destiny isn't written in stone. It's written by the actions that you're taking in this very moment. So when you stop looking at your past and you stop relating to yourself as that person that you used to be, and you start looking into the future and you've got a clear vision of who you're going to become. And by the way, the first thing that I do with my students inside of the Powerhouse Man training program is I get you to create a life vision for yourself 10 years from now. Because you need to assume that the person that you see yourself becoming 10 years from now, you need to feel that way now. You need to feel like that multi-millionaire now. You need to feel like that powerhouse man now. You need to feel like a high-value man now. Because as you feel it now, your past begins to disappear. The past addictions, the past thought patterns, the past relationships, they all begin to disappear from your mind. And as they disappear from your mind, and your mind is overtaken by the new assumption, which is the future vision of who you see yourself being. See, you live into your future. You live into the future you assume. If you assume success, you live into success. If you assume failure, you live into failure. See, as you begin to assume success and feel that success, you become successful. If you're depleting your energy, if you're allowing vices to control your life, if you're allowing addiction to control your life, if you're allowing negative thought patterns to control your life, maybe you've got negative thoughts about your finances, so therefore you're going to continue to live into financial difficulty. Maybe you're assuming negative things about your relationship or your sex life. You're going to continue to live in to negativity in your relationship and sex life. If you assume that you're going to continue to struggle with your health and that health will always be a problem for you, then you're going to live in to health challenges and problems. You need to assume the best for your life. You need to assume the best of yourself. Regardless of what your past is, regardless of what your current circumstances are, you got to deny that. And the thing that's going to give you the power to deny it and to assume a new vision for your life and for yourself is sex transmutation. Because your sexual energy and your psychology go hand in hand. So as you learn the practices of sexual alchemy and the process of sex transmutation, you're going to assume the best. Because as your energy expands, as you hold more energy in your body, as you hold more energy in your aura, and you become an expansive man, you're going to assume everything is expanding around you, and you're going to make it that way. And if it doesn't want to expand, you're either going to cut it or leave it, or it's going to expand with you. That's your finances, that's your health, that's your relationships, and your relationship with the divine. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you get notified when I release a new video. Take the free sex transmutation guide, and if you're serious about 10 timesing your impact, your influence, and your income to become a powerhouse man, then make sure you book a call with me so I can share with you the pillars in which I use to transform men all around the world to live an amazing life and assume the best.